Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quick video just looking at Sorcerer Supreme. I've got it as part of the CCP to review, and I've got to be honest, it's not one of the ones I'm looking out towards this month in game, because the fact is I'm looking more towards Pyramid X version of Storm, and that's just because I personally like what I could do with that champion. But it doesn't mean that I should undermine what this champion Sorcerer Supreme does hold for anybody. I think the reason that I'm not too much of a big fan about it is because I've recently changed my masteries to a ouchie mastery, an S-word mastery, and I just don't feel that this is a suitable champion for that. And it is really a bit of a problem because I don't really want to change my masteries and pay the units. By the way, Kabam, if you could sort out something, you could switch between two types of mastery setups, that would be absolutely delightful. Thank you very much. One of the biggest problems, I think, was with the regeneration ability. As you know, with running the type of mastery setup that I do, you will recoil damage, and as well, obviously, you're going to take a bit of damage here or there from just depleting the health bar. Now, as a lot of you know, with the running the mastery setup that I do, it would be a case that you will deplete your health. And obviously that will be through recoil, which is a bit of an issue when SP2 spamming may be the best option. So a lot of the times I was throwing SP3s in order not to lose quite so much health. Because the Ragaddon Resolve, obviously you can pre-fight ability, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But when you're in the Ragaddon Resolve Blessing, it's a case that you can get yourself some regeneration, which is 288.18 health over 12 seconds. While this is active, Sorcerer Supreme regenerates 75% of damage he takes from blocked hits. And it's just a case of it's nice that it's there, but again, with the mastery setup that I have, this isn't overly impressive, and it is a case that this champion I do believe is not really friendly to my current mastery setups. But there is amazing value in other areas, and that's the thing to really point on, like what are the best things. The idea about rune storing and how that is utilized for blessings is kind of important. It does mean that this champion is a bit too complex in my eyes, and it is a case that it makes this kind of carbon copy of Doctor Strange, with the way that he functions. In the way that he gets Oster's Refuge and Agamotto's Insight, and finally Hogwarts Wisdom is kind of similar to that in the way it operates, but obviously I would say brings it more of a current day type Doctor Strange. How I think a lot of players would have liked to see Doctor Strange kind of reworked to the current day. But this champion with Icon's Ingenuity, God, there's some funny names here, but I guess this is very much MCOC centric. Granting the power steal and as well the power gaining type aspect to this champions can make it kind of overproduce the amount of special attacks, which is cool again if you've got the right mastery setup. I think anybody that's not running the type of mastery setup I am will have a lot of fun with spamming in specials. But as well, if there's a particular type of blessing that you want, whether or not you want to do the Citarac damage or the Fury, the passive Fury based damage, then it's the case you can switch the blessing quite nicely and look at a unique way to kind of switch between them, which I think is very important. And as well, the extent of aura of the nullification, I think that's called. That aura is pretty effective. You'll probably have a lot of fun with that aura, and especially going up against champions like the champion, suppressing down that unstoppable, and as well, showcasing some great damage. A lot of fun was had with the prowess buff, which is triggered off by having the Symbiote Supreme and Doctor Strange. So you gain passive prowess whenever a blessing is activated, increasing the special attack damage for 15%. That was fun. And I would see a decent synergy together with Symbiote Supreme. Not so much with Doctor Strange, but still that's amazing to see that in. And as well, is going to mean that your Symbiote Supreme is going to be a lot more powerful as a result of a pairing with these two champions together. And also, I forgot to mention there's amazing utility with this champion for utilizing against different content. As we said, the champion, the 6.2.6 boss, slow the opponent for 12 seconds, preventing the unstoppable and evade effects. I do find that this will be a great champion for those that want to really kind of concentrate a lot on what's going on with the fight. I mean, for me, I like just a very simple champion like I have with Dr. Voodoo or Dr. Doom for stuff, where you're able to kind of what's happening and when. So you hit the champion, you get shock. You do a heavy attack, you put into passive stun, and then it's case you are putting a stagger on. And that obviously I know what I'm getting. I know what happens with a lot of stuff, and it's just very much speaks towards playing style as well. With this one, and again, I think I didn't really get on with it because, again, there's a lot going on, and like, do I want to be in this blessing? Do I want to be storing these runes? Do I want to be doing this, this, and this? And there's a lot going on for me to really think about what I'm doing next and the flow of the battle. So I guess that's really my issue there, that it wasn't a champion that really spoke to my playing style. I'm sure that a lot of players will love this champion exponentially, and as well, like, utilize things like the slow, the nullifying against certain situations, and, you know, certain other things as well that tick about this champion. The damage output, that's with the blessing of Cyttorak. So, you know, you've got lots on there. It's a very fun champion. It's just not for me. I'm really looking forward to Storm Pyramid X, to be brutally honest, from these month's champions. And also finally, there's a few little kind of like fun buffs to certain champions based on synergies. The House of Iron, which benefits armor break, and as well Gamma Horde, which is all about improving stun, though I did try and do a permanent stun with Hulk. It didn't come off, so I don't know if that's overly as effective as an improvement. I probably will look to like try out a few more of these in a video, which may be out at the weekend. And I'm interested with the Mordo one, where Fury buffs last an additional 4 seconds, which, look, is very important when you're getting a load off the SP3 and various other things as well. But either way, like I said, it's going to be one of those champions that it's going to appeal to some. It didn't appeal to me that much, and again, it's just down to the makeup and the kit. But, you know, Kabam will put out certain champions that appeal to some, but not for others. But in any case, what are your thoughts on this champion? Put it down in the comment section down below, and whether or not you're actually going to go for it. And check out the other 2 videos I posted today that are up here on the screen for you to check out. Thanks very much for the support on the channel, and I'll see you for another video. Bye bye for now.